Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. We have some news. Equity Transportation out of Walker, Michigan, here in Grand Rapids area, is closing down their doors after being a 51-year in business. Equity Lines or Equity Transportation, I know they also had a brokerage at one point of time, and I do remember them really good. I have been to their location in Walker. I've seen their trucks all the time here in town because they had just over 100 trucks. They had company drivers and owner operators, but they have been struggling for a very long time, not just because of the loads, but I have heard of some practices about the way they were treating drivers. So it's just came to an end just the other day. According to FreightWaves, Equity Transportation has ceased operations, marking another casualty of the freight market. Multiple sources close to the company confirmed with FreightWaves that company has shut down, letting go all of its drivers and holding operations of its vehicles. According to reports on Facebook, drivers are still waiting to hear about their final wages, while some have dealt with recent bounced checks. Equity Transportation has yet to make a statement regarding its closure. FreightWaves could not confirm issues with wages with drivers directly. They attempted to reach the company directly by the phones are down and they couldn't answer the phones. No one was there available to talk to them about that. Equity Transportation has been registered with DOT since 1974, and they report 100 drivers and 109 power units at the FMCSA. Their financial standing prior to the closure also raised red flags. According to the RigDig data, the company had been flagged with a high-risk credit warning by Dun & Bradstreet, signaling potential financial distress. Operational challenges, including hours of service violations and multiple accidents over the past 2 years, may have compounded to the company's difficulties. Now, everyone is dealing with safety issues, accidents, hours of service. I understand. I looked it up on FMCSA's website. Their out of service rate was not more than the industry standard, right? So it wasn't more than that. The problem is that if you have bad management, the company is always going to struggle. And during good times, if we have good markets, then of course you can make some money and you can make it by. But in the problem is now in these kind of times, this is what the real test is for everyone here, including myself. This is a big test. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to go through it? And what steps you're going to take to make through? What I did is I sold all of my trucks in the last 2 years, and now we're 100% owner-operator company. So that gives me smaller risk, and that also it's not just less expenses, but you don't have to constantly worry about trucks being broken down on the road, big repairs, drivers leaving or leaving your truck empty somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You have to go recover it, and problems with that kind of stuff. So that kind of, it works better out in these kind of times. Now, if we have good times, good markets, if you have your own trucks, then you can make way more money with a company truck as opposed to having an owner operator in the company. But in these times, it's really tough to have your own trucks unless you have dedicated lanes and direct shippers contracts. And I'm sure Equity had all that because they were a big company. They also had a brokerage. I remember a long time ago, there was this one law that it wasn't paying that. It wasn't big money. It was like $600-800. I've called them for months, and that was a long time ago. And they barely, I think they paid it ultimately, but I just can't remember how and when. But I know I had a problem with that one load long time ago, and I decided not to work with them after that. And I don't know if they still had that brokerage or not, but I've seen their trucks around, and I'm still wondering. Like I've heard so many things about drivers complaining and mismanagement, and I've been just wondering how are they still operational. And now we see this. So for me, this is a big news because they're out of the town here. I've seen their trucks. I've been there. And now there may be some drivers available to work for other local companies, company drivers, and maybe owner operators as well. But for sure, it's bad news when you see a title that a large trucking company has shut down. Now, most of these companies will go down the same way, probably all of them. And I can see why. I really see that because everyone is trying to fight till the end. And most of them will have drivers on the road while, when they shut down, they will have some money owed to the drivers or to the owner operators. Maybe their fuel cards are getting shut down because they cannot pay for the fuel. And it's unfortunate that the driver is left like that in the middle of nowhere without a fuel card, without a load. What do you do with the truck? Or like when you report to work in the morning and you find out that they're just closing down. Like it's not like they're letting you go. Like they're closing down the whole company, like 100 people, 100 drivers, and then who knows how many people in the offices. Everyone is just let go. And everyone is trying to fight till the end, and then they see like this is not working, and then there we go. Now we owe everyone money. Like I said, I can see that why they do that, but it's just very interesting that all trucking companies, none of them, unless they decide to sell the company because they know that they have trouble and they're just gonna sell the company just to save the drivers, and I respect that. That's a really good decision to do if you can sell it. But I don't think it's not right. It's not right to do it that way. But like I said, I can see that. I can see why they're doing that because you just think something is going to happen. Like there is going to be some kind of miracle that's going to save it. Maybe you're going to get a loan, or like a new contract that might save you, and everyone is just trying to push to the end. But unfortunately, all trucking companies end in this way when they're closing down. Let me know what you think about all this that's going on, and hopefully these markets will improve. But honestly, equity has been in trouble for a long time. So these markets for sure contributed to the fact that they were closed, but they had other problems as well. Thanks for watching. This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. See you guys later.